So this is going to be another video of me making some flowers. So far I've done yellow and red and purple, and today it is blue's turn. So the first thing I need to do is make my background, and this is simply white pillow paint. I use PPG Multi-Pro. So I'm going to put a layer of this, and again, I'm not going to put it down too thickly. I'm going to spread it out because I'm not going to spin after I put this down and after I do my blooms. So I just want to make sure I don't have this on too thick. I will be moving some of the paint around when I do my swipes to make my background. I'm not worried about that little bit of black there. I'm going to be using black on my swipe anyway, so I do want to make sure I get paint all the way around. All right, I think we're good. I got paint all the way around. Might have too much in the middle. I'm going to take some of that off. Guess I was a little heavy-handed in applying it. All right, I think that'll work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swipe on my black cell activator. Give that a good stir. I'm going to be using one of the swiping tools I got from Fluid Art Co. I don't know the number of it anymore. It's covered in paint. So this is a different tool than I believe the one I used in my last video. I used that smaller spatula. I think it might have been the one that I just used to move my white base around. But in going back and looking at the first painting I did with the yellow, I think I used this tool, and it left a little bit more of the black, which I kind of liked. It made it even more rustic than the other one. So I'm going to go back to this. Yep, that's the look I was looking for. Leaves a little bit more of the cell activator down. It's a bigger surface. And at this point, this does not have to be perfect because it's supposed to be rustic looking. Some folks said it reminds them of a fence, which I kind of agree with. It does look like the pickets of a fence. At least the other one certainly did. Okay, I think another 2 swipes, maybe 2.5. You can see I just load up the swiping tool with the black cell activator, start at one end, slowly drag it across, and you gotta takes some practice actually to get the right amount of force, the right angle. Definitely takes some practice. Just means you'll have to paint more often. Alright, I'm going to use my smaller tool. No, actually I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to want to kind of make it uniform all the way. See, I got a little heavy-handed on the end of there. But that's okay. I like it. Alright, I might give it a little spin before I put my blooms on. If nothing else, it'll give me that rustic look on the edges. Right now it's kind of all dripping on all the sides. Plus I don't want to leave too much paint on there because I'm not going to spin once I do the blooms, because the blooms are not going to be symmetrical and they would get all wonky if I tried to spin it. Alright, loving that. Alright, I'm going to put on a few blooms. I have to take off my glasses. The bifocals make it hard for me to see where I'm going to blow. Alright, so I got 4 colors today. TLPs I have Sapphire and Taffy. And then I also have Amsterdam King's Blue and DaVinci Art Payne's Gray. It's a liquid paint. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful color. It's one of my favorite colors. So I'll put that in there as well. All right, I'm going to go with three blooms. There's the TLP Sapphire. TLP Taffy. It's a little bit thinner in consistency. Hopefully this works. This is the Amsterdam King's Blue. Now it looks kind of similar to the Taffy, but the Taffy will end up darkening once it dries. And finally I want to use a little drizzle. I don't have too much of this left of my Payne's Gray. Just a couple lines on there. All right, black cell activator. There we go. I like those blues together. I'm liking it. All right. Put one there and one more over there. So this one in the middle. Kind of in the lower third. Again, that's the Sapphire. Taffy. King's Blue. Finally, Payne's Gray. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Then once I have the 3 blooms down, I'll go with my toothpick, put on some blue, put down my fake stems. They're not going to be green, so they're not going to look like true stems, but it helps, I think, give it a kind of directionality to it. You can tell the top versus the bottom. All right, got a little heavy-handed on that blow right there. That's okay. A little white showing through. Never hurt anyone. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom, so I'm going to take that toothpick, put on some of the blues, and kind of drag it down. Get some sapphire, some King's Blue on there. You can see all I've done is I've put it on the end of the toothpick. All right, one last one. Excellent. Now I'm debating whether I should try and do anything about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do with that. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Maybe I'll take care of it on this step. All right, so now what I like to do is give a little appearance of petals. Grab a paper towel. All right. There we have it. All right, I think I'm going to leave it as is. I don't think I want to try to mess with that because all I will do, I think, is mess it up. Let's see, I got some white with some cell activator here. Let's just try it. Might be early enough in the process that I could do this. There we go. Excellent. All right, I think we're going to call that as being finished. I'm going to go ahead and set that to dry, and then I'll post a picture of what it looks like at the end. Thanks for watching.